Okay, awesome. Awesome. So finally, I am part of this program. Okay, now
Wow.
it feels like I am part of the program. So we are back on.
Wow. I can see your face, right?
Oh, you can still see?
I can see your face. Honestly, I don't know
Really?
why.
Oh, really? Okay, let's hear from audience. Yeah, can you all rejoin? And I hope this works.
Touch your, ma'am, maybe touch your video. I think
Really?
down at the bottom,
Okay.
touch
No,
to
it's
see.
on
Yeah.
here. Okay, can you see my video? Is my video on? Can someone confirm if my video is on? Ah, devil, you are a liar. Oh, devil, no way, because we must anchor this program. Ah, no way. We must anchor this program. Okay, the thumbs up, is it yes? Okay, so I think it's from you. They said it's yes. My video is
Okay.
on.
Maybe it's from me, right?
Yeah. But anyway, that shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah. Let me
So I just
continue.
want,
That shouldn't disturb us.
okay, okay.
Yeah. You
Sorry
are
about
welcome.
that. Sorry about that. Yes. So Pastor Sam, the table, the floor, yeah, is all
All
yours.
right.
So they
All
said they
right. All
can
right.
see both.
All right. All right. Sorry for that break in transmission. Yes. Where are we? Like I was saying, I was still talking about the romantic
The
and
types of
passionate
love. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
passionate type of love under the types of love. And I made us to understand that we cannot drive this particular type of love in sync or in line with the nature of God, even though God gave us this also. He gave us the feelings on our body, but it has some control over when to use it, how to use it, and the results that should come from it. Now, as we moved in, I said that because our intense desire was from the flesh, from the fact that we could not even really know what we actually wanted, because our choices will reflect when we make decisions. It will show definitely the type of personality, the type of values that we uphold, because the result must come, it must show. Now, I want you to know that the process of a thing is much more important than the result.
Mm-hmm.
The process by which you get something is much more important than the result. If you follow the right process, if you follow the quality process, then you're going to get a quality result. But if you follow the wrong process, you're going to get a wrong result. So if you follow the wrong feelings, you will make the wrong choices. And this brings us to the fact that romance and passion doesn't mean love. We can feel it, it can fade, but we are lost. We will still feel not loved.
Mm.
But it is part of what makes us complete in the flesh.
Mm.
In other words, when you use the wrong personal effect, you will get the wrong personal effect. Abona, if you take what is meant for the lips and you are rubbing it on the eyes, I wonder how people will perceive you when they see you. You are using lipstick on your eyelids. It becomes another expression. It's another information altogether. When you wear wristwatch on your legs, you go to the street, people will know exactly who you are, that you are an abnormal human being and you need help. Now, let us quickly rush. I've told you what romance and passion does. I've told you the origin where it is coming from. It originated from the fleshly desire. And quote me right, I am not saying that the desire of the flesh is wrong. No, it is not what I'm saying. But it must be under check. It is legal, but it must be under check. If actually there is something that should make us happy, that we are questing for, if we are really chasing for something that will make us happy, because from the beginning of this program, our inspiration is based on the fact that we want to see happiness in marriages, we want to see joy, we want to see love, we want to see a lot meaning in relationships. Now, the second one I'm going to talk about quickly is the one that is called philia. Philia in Greek language is philia. You will agree with me also that some people's names are also philia. Some of them doesn't even know the meaning of their name. It's a very powerful name. It's a name full of destiny. Deep friendship. It is called deep friendship. Philia. Deep friendship. Now, this is the most affectionate in nature. It is the most affectionate type of love. This particular love is loyal between husband and wife, between families, between friends, not husband and wife, between friends, based on the trust and mutual respect. Yes, we can be friends, very deep. Yeah, very deep. But it has boundaries. It's mostly a kind of platonic, a mutual friendship. We are not looking for beyond gain. We are looking for mutual gains. You have been friends with that guy right from the childhood. You have been friends. Yeah, nothing attached. You have been friends with the lady right from the childhood or in school. You got to know each other and you became friends and nothing attached, nothing more. You are loyal to each other. You respect each other's choices. You respect each other's opinion and you move. It is most natural. The respect is most natural. Nobody thinks about weird things. Everybody's heart, everybody's thought is neutral. Even when someone might want to go beyond forgetting that, oh, we have been very good friends, the other person cautions. The other person cautions. Oh, you don't need to say that. You don't need to go there. I mean, stop that, stop that. The consciousness comes. We are friends. We are very good friends. We don't want to abuse. We don't want to abuse this friendship. I've been there for years. And that takes discipline to do that. That is why when you do business with such a friend, whether male or female, whether opposite genders, when you do business, you call it business. You protect, you can go to any length to protect each other. You fight for each other, for the good of each other, without anything attached. Don't give me money. Don't give me anything. Even when money is involved, hey, this is the money that will solve this person's problem. Nebiko, send the ega, kai we follow go na time na agana, kai we melody process your admission. Trust is there. She sends the money to you, knowing fully well that you have been friends. The trust is there. You can't eat her money, or she can't eat your money. I'm America now, and give one of Nigeria. Send money, no one motor be cheap, which I can go there. Because you have been wanting to buy a car, but let me help you and buy it from here. Because of the trust from friendship, from a long time friendship, she sends the money. Or that to say, she's not afraid that you might eat the money because she knows you are not going to eat the money. I want us to be conscious of these things and equip ourselves to know that, yes, love is trust in basics. That is part of what we are dealing with. You don't send the money, you eat the money. You don't send the money, he or she squanders the money. If the money will be diverted for another purpose, you let the other person know. Because you respect naturally this thing that you had from the beginning. Wow. Now, one of the greatest one we're going to talk about right now is agape. All of us, we know it, we hear it. But I want you to connect once again, to refresh your mind to the fact that this love was expressed by love himself. Remember, love is a personality. It is not an object. It's a personality. This is where love is actionable. From the beginning, I told you that love could be felt. Yes, it's a feeling. The question comes, oh, is love really actually a feeling or a character or a duty-bound personality? I said yes. Love is a feeling. It could be a feeling, and also it could be an actionable character. And I'm re-echoing it to you that love is a personality. And the personality is God. Agape love is a selfless love.
Pastor Sam, please, before we move to agape love, okay? Can we, yes, meanwhile, thank you so much. Like this is incredible, okay? But can we maybe address few things?
Okay.
Yeah, the romantic and the passionate love, okay?
Okay.
So yes, I have a question here. You know, someone said or made a comment. It says, fake love have made some of us, right? That are finding, like some of us that are finding love so difficult. So it says fake love has made some of us that are finding it difficult, right? Maybe to find one. So what do you think there? So finding it difficult and fake love, is that romantic? Is that passionate? Is that like, how come? You know, and I still remember where you made a comment that the process, the quality or right process, right? That is to say, how did we get there? You know, how did we get to that at the first? So can you please, help us with that question?
Okay.
So that we see if we can heal, because if we don't heal from here, we may not even understand the agape, which is pure love.
Yeah, because the essence of this is for healing. You know, Thank you very much for that question from the audience. Okay, let me go back now. Listen very attentively. I said that romantic love, romantic and passionate love, has to do with the flesh. It has to do with the desire. And when someone talked about fake love, I think that person is talking about a love that is not rooted in the principles and processes of a good relationship value, of a positive value. It is not rooted on the positive value.
Oh no, I think we lost Pastor Sam from the studio. Okay. I guess maybe the reception, but okay, he has rejoined. Awesome.
Even you that is asking the question, like I said, we are all victims at one time or the other of fake love. Now, I made mention of the process, that the process of a thing is much more important than the result you are getting. When you follow the wrong process, you get the wrong result. When a man approaches you, it is not a sin. For those of you that are too churches, are you getting me? It's not a sin. When a man says hi, it's not a sin. It's not a sin. But when you hear hi, you first of all, you get conscious of the environment where you are, because hi differs. There are highs from coming from the robbers, from street robbers. I know this might amuse you. Yeah. Because one, safety is involved at this time. You look at the time when the high was coming. Is it by 7 p.m.? Is it 6 p.m.? Is it in the daytime? Is it in the morning? You look at the environment. You turn and look at the person. And you now begin to, arrange how to deal with the high. If it is a very good time and at a very good place, you can pause and look at the person calling you and answer. Now your answering is determined by your approach. Now, when something is fake, it means that one, you yourself, it disappointed you because you yourself did not pay good attention from the beginning. Because if you had paid good attention from the beginning, you will know if that thing is worth giving your time. You will know if that thing is worth giving attention. You will know if that thing aligns with your principles and values. These are what you actually deduce before you can now make yourself available. And in the midst of these skepticisms, your mind, your heart is still questioning, is he really, there are things you look at. Do we have this thing in common? One, before you think about having some certain things in common, am I ready to engage into this kind of business now? It is a very pertinent question. Am I ready? Your parents, you just got admission to study in the university. You are just entering year one, and someone is pestering you that he wants a relationship. I mean, you don't need God. You don't need Holy Spirit to come down to tell you that you are not ready. That is not that stage. That thing is not meant for you. That time. There is a primary purpose that you should pursue. Now, you are above 18, right? And you are maybe in second year. Okay. it could be a marriageable. Some people can marry at 18 years. But these are the things you check. Yes, I'm above 18, I'm 18 and above. But am I ready to engage in something meaningful? Because this emotional part of thing, this emotional part of the thing we are talking about is very deceptive. I mean, it's very deceptive. It's deceitful in its nature, and you cannot fathom it if you don't break. If you don't really pause and break, it will deceive you. And you know when a man is really out of emotions and desire, fleshly, commenting on your whole part of everything and all that, calling you names, and you are not ready, is that you are not ready. You are not ready. You want to make your parents proud. You are in the university, just entered second year, first year. You want to make your parents proud. You focus on education, on your academics. You don't need that now. But if at all, because of family background, you wish you could see a good man, a good person, a good woman to marry, to build up, one, you must check some certain factors around. Then you could also pause and give audience. But while you are giving audience, read the person that is talking to you. It's very important. Psychologically, we are psychological beings. Let me just put it that way. We are naturally psychological beings. We don't need to go to study psychology, before we could read something, before it happens. Then you know the value from what the person is telling you. You should be able to know the values of the person, whether it aligns with your own value as a Christian or even a Muslim or whatever faith. Apart from faith, you should be able to know when somebody is deceiving you and when somebody is truly saying something. When someone really meant what he's saying or she's saying. You don't need a prophet. So before you talk about fake, you talk about the principles and the values, the process. Now, if the intentions of the person are good, is right, there are ways left for you to discern, to find out. And if you couldn't find it out, it means that you were not paying attention. You talk every day with the man or the lady, but you don't talk the right talks. You don't talk the right talks. That is why you don't discover the right issues. Every time he comes around, he tell you blah, blah, blah. He tell you, I love you. He tell you how much he cares, this and that, this and that. You never pause to initiate some certain soul-searching questions. It doesn't make you, a kind of a proud person. It doesn't make you stubborn. It doesn't make you a rude person. No, it is because of your values and because of your security. Because when your security is broken, when it is breached, unhappiness comes in, heartbreak comes in, depression comes in, disappointment comes in, because you have broken the security. So I think we have answered that question.
Wow. Pastor Sam, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, personally, my take home, okay, here, just like you talk about the love as a feeling, right? And
Yes.
the needs, like another love as a need, right? That passion there. So, uh, from what you just shared, I think pretty much, right? This is the call for everybody, right? When we have this feeling, right, we should be able to differentiate it. That makes us happy. Okay,
Exactly.
we should be able to know if it is actually what we need or what we want.
Exactly.
Okay, so when that stuff is coming, sometimes all we want, right, we want to be everywhere and anywhere. We want to be fly, like have a private, fly in what do you call it, private jet, right? We want to
Thank
fly in a
you.
private jet. We want to have all, which, I mean, the one that happens in social media, right, is a good example of it. But at the end of the day, those are all we want. In reverse, are they
Exactly.
things we need? Is it what we need? Because when the reality comes in, definitely, that wrong reason we got attracted at the first. The right reason will we do the needful, and that's when we got broken and all of that. Okay. However, we still understand there might be some, maybe few or rare, cases, which is not our main, purpose today. Okay. So, but so again, just adding to that, it's pretty much us knowing, because oftentimes the things we feel most often, they are temporal. And I believe that is why most of us today, money might be our biggest stuff, right? We make money. Then what next? The highest car of our brand or highest brand of might be, okay, we acquire that. Then what's next? It doesn't stop, because these are wants. The things we want
Temporal.
never stop until we stop it. But ability to find things we need, that's where fulfillment comes. This is what we need. Because until we find what we need, if we don't figure out things we need, is vacuum, is empty, and it will keep longing
Exactly.
for it, right? It will keep longing for it until it is filled in. So I think this is maybe sometimes some of mistakes some of us make. And just like you talk about process, right? When we don't do the process, when we don't follow the process, right? At the end of the day, there is something they say is either we pay now to play later, or we play now to pay later. So instead of paying, right, taking time to process, like to accommodate the process, right, to welcome, embrace the process, and then we decide to do what? To pay right away. That's why we say sin is expensive, right? We just pay. I mean, we just play, right? Then when we play, then we will pay at the end of the day. So accepting the process and embracing the process, I think, is actually rewarding. So thank you very much, Pastor Sam. You really did great on that question. But another question we have here, okay, just like where someone said that fake love seek for benefit, not connection. Pastor Sam, what do you have
Thank
to
you.
say about
Thank you very
this?
much. Thank you
Super
very much.
demanding, super demanding. Fake is super demanding. So please, let's hear from the wealth of your knowledge on this.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. Like we always say, we must take responsibility. Life is a matter of choices. Life leaves us with so many choices. But when we make our choice, we must be able to take responsibility. You that entered into it, like she said, it depends on what you actually want. What do you want? You want someone, maybe during Hamatan you felt this particular coldness. And yes, hey, you really want someone around, you want an opposite sex. Uh-huh. Even as nature brings the person, one thing led to another, and you entered into something that couldn't last, and you come out tomorrow and you are crying. that he disappointed you. No, you made a choice and you should be able to take responsibility of that choice. You only went for fun. You only went to catch fun. I want to catch fun with someone. So it is just fun and nothing beyond that. And you should not blame anybody for that. You blame yourself. So you take responsibility. So thank you very much, ma'am. The next.
Okay, Pastor Sam, I think that
right,
agape love. I think that agape love might be another episode so that we can take people's questions, because we really need people to, if people are not in some places, right, they may not be able to understand the real deal. So I think maybe the next episode might be okay, headed, because I know this is a broad, like you said, 2 years we may not be able to even finish it. However, it is, I think we have to incorporate it with their questions or other concerns. So we have another question that says, when it comes to love, okay, we have someone that says, when it comes to love these days, I don't give too much again. No, what do you have to say on that? So when it comes to love, this person doesn't want to give it attention again. Yes, again.
That means the person doesn't really understand what love is. Yeah, he doesn't really understand. When you get hold of the understanding, you free yourself and your conscience from some certain things that you think that you are not supposed to be doing. One, love is charity. Love is charity in its nature. Now, let me quickly go to agape before I answer that question, and you grasp better than that.
Okay.
Now, in trying to connect these types of love, a man called C.S. Lewis is an ancient Greek philosopher. He focuses on 4 key types. He connected the eros, the storge, the philia, and the agape. But he dwelt much on the agape. Now, look at the agape love. He said it's selfless, it's unconditional. Now, this agape, he said, and I'm quoting him, this agape, he said, is the highest form of love. He said is altruistic, unconditional love for everyone, even the nature and God. So you can imagine where God is a partaker of agape. The personality of love that we are talking about is a partaker of what he instituted. So he is not running away from it. That is why when you go through the process that he has kept, he will be bold enough to defend it for you. Now, let me connect you to what the scripture actually said about love, because that is the source. Like I told you, that is the source. Now, our popular scriptural verse, John 3 verse 16, is a popular scripture that we sing and read every day, but some of us still have no understanding of it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, Jesus, who died on the cross of Calvary, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, should not die, should not be disappointed, should not be rejected, should not be faked, and all that, but have everlasting life. Now look at John 13:34. He said, love one another love one another as I have loved you, making us to understand that patience, kindness, perseverance are pillars for a lasting relationship. Now, if you have kindness, you should not withhold what you want to give to someone. And if you want to give, you are not giving because you want to receive something back. You are giving because you are committed to giving. If you are not committed to giving, then you shouldn't give. If you are not willingly giving, then you shouldn't give. In love, we don't condition our mind. Even in relationship, it is a sacrifice, it's a commitment. There are responsibilities that comes with it. That is why we said, you are complaining that you are no longer giving because love has disappointed you. No, it is because you don't have the wisdom for giving. The wisdom must be there. When you want to do charity, you do charity. When you want to give something that you have interest in, then you have to seal an agreement. If you are giving to take something back, then there must be an agreement. Maybe someone, your partner wants to borrow money from you or wants 100,000 naira from you. Oh, babe, give me 100,000. I want to use it. Oh, I can't say I don't have 100,000. I have it, but what are you going to do with it? I want to use it for so. Please, I want you to give it to me back. I will give you. But please, I want you to give it to me back. Yes or no? You have an agreement. But if you are really committed to building, if you have discovered that this thing is something that is going somewhere by the reason of the behavior of your partner, because you must read attitudes, body languages. You need to read these things. Don't be ignorant of these things. Don't be too lazy to pay attention to these things, because that is where the problem comes. Don't be too connected, too busy with your work that you shouldn't pay attention to these things. You should know when you are working on a deceptive platform with a deceptive person. That is the reason when you commit money, you feel disappointed at the long run and you wish you get it back. You wish you never gave. So please, Agape is talking about a charitable heart. We are wise givers. We are smart givers. We want to give and say, don't give me back. Maybe you ask me for 10,000 for free. Oh, I say, okay. You want to give me back. Okay, you say you are going to give me the 10,000 back. But I said, no. Take 7,000. You can add it up with something and make it up so that you don't give me back. I don't want you to give me the 10,000 back. I don't have up to it. I have only 7,000. Take 7,000. Please add it up and solve your problem. But we are talking about a serious relationship. If you are really in a serious relationship, it comes with responsibility. It comes with commitment. It is not one-sided. As he gives, you also reciprocate in one way or the other. It mustn't be material things. It might be attitude based. It might be character based. You might buy something, a gift to give, but don't expect much. Don't expect much so that you don't get disappointed.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Don't expect much. Okay. Okay, Pastor Sam. Pastor Sam, let me
Ma'am,
just do that. Don't expect much
okay, ma'am. Come in.
so that you don't get disappointed. Very important. Very, very, very important. Okay, so Pastor Sam, we have a question here or a comment that says, these days, love does not speak from the heart. Anyone can love because of its benefits. Pastor Sam, I really do not agree with this. However, you are anchoring this, Pastor Sam. Where can you help from here? Where can you help from here? Anyone can love because of its benefits. Yeah. No.
Oh,
Pastor Sam,
okay,
leave it.
okay. I in this program, I don't want to be gender centric. I don't want to be gender centric. I want to be gender based in terms of both genders. And I'm being careful not to be specific with that, centering it on a particular gender, you know. Now, the questions we should settle with ourselves first is the why. The why question. What is triggering me? What do I actually want from this person? Everybody is expecting something. Everybody wants to get something. No. Before relationship, mind you, before relationship, there must be friendship.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
You jump into relationship because you are ignorant of friendship. You do not understand how to walk on the platonic form, on the platonic platform. That is why you become a victim of relationship.
Wow. Hmm,
Let us be friends.
hmm.
We need to be friends first. From being friends, you should be able to understand human temperament. You should be able to understand human tendencies. You should be able to understand character as it displays. And you should be able to discern purpose. When you miss this, you misstep. You will miss your step. That is why you jump into him because he came with a G-Wagon. Because he came with a GLK. Because he's using iPhone, is it 20 or 14 Pro Max? Because you are already calculated what you are going to gain from him. If he refuses, you will snatch them, you will steal them, you will accuse him of certain things. But at the long run, when those things didn't work out for you again, what happens? You become a victim. And that is the level when you say that all of them are the same. It is a lie. All of them are not the same. Both genders, I'm talking about both genders, all of them. It depends on the kind of experience you were installed to get on your own, because you didn't really actually pay attention on the day one. Now let me share an experience with you. A lady went into a relationship with a man she never knew was an armed robber, a hardened criminal. And for nearly a year plus, we were dating him until such a time some people knocked at your door. Lo and behold, they are the police people. And they were questioning you. They were asking you to come over to the station. Are you aware that so person, so do you know so person? You say yes, boldly, if my boyfriend, yeah, this and that. Are you aware that he's a hardened criminal? How on earth were you eating his money? Were you going out with him, and you never knew for nearly a year plus that he's a highway robber? It's an aberration. It's an aberration. Such things shouldn't be heard. Because we were not paying attention. Sincerely, innocently, she didn't know. She didn't know. She was bent on eating money. You haven't even at the time asked questions. Where is all this money coming from? All this car we are riding. I'm cruising with you. Go to party, go to clubs. You drink wines worth of more than 150, 200,000 a night. And you are telling me you are in a serious relationship. It's a lie. You are not in a serious relationship. You are on an express. You are lying on the express of relationship, waiting to crash. Because you never knew the person you were dealing with. So let us know who we are dealing with. Let us be friends first. I advise that. Let us be friends first. Let us not put material things first. Look beyond what he came with, how he appeared. Look inward. Look inward. Keep searching. Who is this? Ask friends. Ask neighbors. You know where he lives, but ask neighbors. Try to find out their time. Be a private inspector or DSS or Secret Service personnel for your own safety. Ask questions. Find a way out. Navigate a way out to find out the things that are necessary, that are healthy in keeping you in that relationship for a meaningful thing. If not, you are not into a meaningful relationship. Be a friend first. Be in a meaningful friendship first. That is where you understand these things. Before you can now say, okay, I think we can go into the next phase.
Yeah. Wow. 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 All I can say is wow. 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 Wow.
Once more, ma'am. The I do you said at the altar that day wasn't the first I do. That was a public I do. There are a lot of I do's that you should have said in the private before you say I do on your wedding day, because that is the last I do. I think I've answered that, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pastor Sam. Gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are learning. Okay, we are learning. We are learning. We are acquiring the knowledge. Knowledge in Igbo, they say, right? Knowledge is not there on our walkways. We got to search for it. We have to seek for it. We have to invest. We have to commit. And today we have it free of charge at the platter of gold. Okay, I don't know what you will be doing with it or what you are doing with it, but I am capturing. I am learning. So thank you so much, Pastor Sam. Do we have another question here or a comment that says, Pastor Sam, you won't understand. Because of love, I have done a lot of sacrifices that fired, but now I know better, so I trade with caution. So I don't know of you, but I think is that comment will say, we pay now to play later. Is either we pay now to play later or we play now to pay later. I think the reverse is the case. However, Pastor Sam, what comments will you make on this?
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't get that clear very well.
Okay. So, Pastor Sam, you won't understand because you won't understand. Because of love, I have done a lot of sacrifices that backfired. But now I know better, so I trade with caution. It's a comment. So I
Okay,
don't know
okay,
maybe what
okay,
comments. Yeah.
okay. I
Already,
think
already the
I,
individual has taken stand, saying now I know better. So we trade
yes.
caution.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are here to deal with issues. We are here to, release some people from captivity, of fear, toxicity, hostilities, disappointments, and all that. We can only be free and be happy if we can only trade cautiously with wisdom. The Bible says that wisdom is profitable to direct. And at the same time, while you seek for wisdom, also seek clear understanding. Seek clear understanding. So, my sister or my brother, I want you to know that what you know today is a great access for you to be a better lover.
Hmm.
Don't use it as a platform to be an engine of rejection. No, don't reject people because of this, because of whatever experience you have had, but be an instrument of change in people's life. Even in the relationship, I don't know if you are married yet. If it is a marriage relationship, I don't know if you are still together, but if you are still together, oh, thank you, thank God. You can make a great adjustment, you can make a great change by bringing out some certain a new attitudes. Yeah, a new attitudes. Now, if the issue is actually coming from your husband or your wife, get him or her hooked up with this program, because this program will be coming. By the time we leave here from today, we will know when we are coming back on air, because this program is still progressive. This program is still here to heal wounds. It will run to the end of this year. It will run. In phases, we are running with this program. So get the person, if you are still together, get the person connected with this program. This time we return. And I bet you, as you have heard, he or she will hear, and we will never remain the same. There must be a change of attitude and approach. Maybe you have gotten some counselors, but they have not done justice. Yeah, not everybody has this grace. Chris Lucci community has this grace to deal with issues without blaming anybody. Because if you choose someone to blame, we must blame all of us. But we are not trading blames.
Yeah.
We are looking for solutions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Sam. Thank you. One more question, Pastor Sam. Okay. So we have a person that said, it is well, but some people don't have conscience.
It is, sorry, man.
It is well, like it is well.
Okay, it
However,
is rare.
well, like it's okay.
Okay, real, real.
However, it is well, like it is okay. However, some people do not have conscience. Pastor Sam, what is your comment? Because we still know sometimes, right? Some people might give it all and all, and uh, some people maybe, yeah, that no conscience, right? So, what do you have? What comment do you have to add here?
Okay, in relationship and love, apart from agape, that is a general duty of man and even God, that is where God alone can help us. There are factors that affect or influence people's behavior. God created us equally, and at the same time, He ignited in us conscience. why we are God's image is because of conscience. The other day, a lady I knew, I heard shortly that she's now going with one Muslim man. You know, she's going out with a Muslim man, and before you say Jack, the man has started converting her, you know, into becoming a Muslim. He hadn't even paid her bride price, and he's already converting her, taking her to mosque, teaching her prayers of Islam. I say, wow, what an error! What a human that doesn't really actually know her faith. I am not saying that it is bad to marry a Muslim, but I had this particular privilege to summon her, to meet with her. I didn't want to conclude. I met with her and I asked certain questions. She said yes. I said, do you know her mom? Do you know her dad? Have you been to their place? A Yoruba man at that. And also, the lady is an Igbo lady. Now, you didn't know anything about him. I asked her, did you ask her whether he had a wife before or he's married? She said not yet, that she didn't ask him. But from every body language and indication that, he said he's not yet married. I said that is where you are making a mistake. One, you have shifted from your tribal partner or your tribal group, and you are now going to another tribe. That should ignite some consciousness. Even if you have seen something you love in him, that is not the conclusion. You must go beyond that to ask some certain questions. Now, why am I saying this? When you tread with someone that doesn't actually align with your faith, conscience becomes questionable because values comes before conscience. Values, your background, where you grew up, the people that trained you, the personality of your dad, your mom, their ability to train you within a certain environment and with certain values goes a long way to determining some certain things you can venture into. So if you lose guard, then you see yourself to be blamed. So some people doesn't have conscience because of their exposure, the environment they grew up. Certain factors played, and their heart was seared. I hope someone is getting me. So such hearts is not something that you can change. You can change suddenly or immediately. It takes time. If you really love, then you must be patient to work with such person. Love is patience. Don't conclude immediately, but patiently work with the person before you commit fully to the person.
Thank you.
For your security.
I like
Let me leave it here.
Thank you so much, Pastor Sam. I love that. I love that. I love that. Before you commit, patience, work patiently before you commit. And one of the songs I sang here, I said, someone can translate, Metonye di meni. Oh, metonye di meni. Metonye di ma. Ine moi, metonye di ma. Makonono. So, patience, tread with caution before you commit. Let it not be after we commit, we start trading. That heart will be like a shattered glass.
We do.
What do you call not grass? What do you call mirror? You know when mirror when mirror is shattered,
It pains my heart, ma'am.
Security
It
of
pains
our
my
heart.
heart that, sorry, ma'am, it pains my heart that what we should have done first is what majority of us left to do last.
Yeah.
Do the first thing first and do the last thing last.
Yes.
And it will
Yes.
help us for our emotional health.
Overall well-being, and that's in my understanding. I say we pay now to play later, or we play now to pay later. The choice is ours. One thing with God is that at the end of the day, He gave us freedom for everything. What a good God,
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
know.
What a good God. He gave us choices, freedom.
Choices, choices. But remember, that freedom is cheap, is free, but it's not cheap. I got this from one elderly mother here. He says that freedom is it free, but it's not cheap. So we have to trade with caution. And everything boils down to security of our hearts. When our heart is secured, you are safe, we are safe, our loved ones are safe, people that know us, they are safe, the society is safe. But when we don't put that security, will that happen? Will it be shattered? Unfortunately, yes. And somehow it will affect other loved ones and people in our lives. Our decision makings, the good decisions we take, rewards us. The wrong choices has its own consequences. So thank you, everyone. This is, we say we shoot it for an hour, 30 minutes. The first one was almost 30 minutes, and this is an hour now. So we thank everyone that participated, and we will see what God really, has in stock for this program and all of that. Okay, this one might be coming some days, and we also have someone behind the scene that is super interested in this program. Okay. So God is saying something. The best is to come. Now it is making sense. Giving life a meaning. Now, I mean, it's been making sense, but it is overwhelming. Like, it is surprising. Okay, let me not use the word overwhelming. I think it is surprising, right? How mindful this God, the interest that this God has for mankind, for humankind. And we appreciate God for loving us so much. In return, we are saying back, we love Him for the
Yes, Lord.
opportunity, for the privileges, and everything. And we thank Pastor Sam for giving this, like for giving this the very best. It's a big program. I don't want us, because if we leave it, like if we go on it, go on it, go on it. But I want this to be bit by bit. And I believe he will also want it, because it's not just preaching it, it's not just sharing, it's not just teaching it. But we want to create a big awareness, and we want to
Exactly.
be well informed. Okay, so that it can be meaningful. We can utilize it. We can put it into practice. So thank you so much, Pastor Sam, for this opportunity. Thank you so much for learning from you. Pastor Sam is one of the board of trustees. Pastor Sam, and that is when he talked about relationship. I wrote it down where he said the passionate love, romantic, the passionate, and then we get to agape. And when he shared agape, he said, is this love that when it gets to certain level, right? Where, like, nobody talks about about, anything other than just that agape. And for any reason, consciously, unconsciously, by omission or commission, one person tries to go beyond the boundary. Person will tell you, hey, I've had such friends in the past, you know. I had like, a lot of opposites there. And then once in a while, maybe there might be this person, that might now be like, hey, I really look forward to. I'll be like, say what now? Like, it's like this way. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember my first year in school then. I met this person, right? And uh excuse me, this person, the friend then was coming for me. I turned it down, and both of you were friends then. And okay, I turned it, and it was it. Then somehow, we now met after years. And the excitement, oh my gosh, how this and that, all it, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
exchange number like someone right? And now again to talk over the phone. Hi, this and that, what of this person and all of that. He wasn't even paying attention to whoever, was asking. It was just like, seeing you and all of that. And this person was coming, right? And now, all okay, this and it was repairing because that's not, it can't have such relationship. We can be friends, but
Yeah.
I was irritated,
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
and then not just that, I'm there, like another time we talk now, hey, how is your evening? How was your day? How is the evening? And then all I now could hear, all I heard was like, like switch from what I call it is 0 to 360 is an error. So, how now? What kind of PJ are you wearing? My dear, I didn't even understand it because it was like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
0 to 360 is like, I was like, ew, okay. And I kept quiet. I became uncomfortable. Like, how did we get here? How did we get to what's color of PJ? I didn't even understand the grammar because it like I don't know, my brain didn't just feel it. Like it didn't work. So I didn't even know if it was PJ, if it was maybe the color you had to like. How come? How did we? And that was like, what? And then again, I mean, like, what's the color of your PJ? And yeah, that was the end of it. Both the casual, both I was, like, how did we get here to PJ? You didn't even ask, maybe, did you go to school? I hope maybe you look good. Something, maybe, okay, but how did we arrive at PJ? Oh, Lord of mercy. Error everywhere. Anyways,
Error everywhere. Error everywhere. Error.
so we thank God for today and we can continue, we can't wait to anchor great people involved. These are people we call, when you think of Oxford, cyclopedia, when you think, we have them to the glory of God, right? We have quality. It's not about
Yeah.
quantity, but we have quality, and that I can testify. And I see the Father's signature in all because what He offers, they are excellent things. So we thank everybody, Pastor Sam. We thank you so much, and we're gonna talk, afterwards, and then see how to move on with this to indeed give life a meaning in other various aspects. Okay, thank you for your wealth of
All right.
knowledge. So you have a
All right. One more
message.
thing.
Yeah, do you have a message to send to the audience so that
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Miss Lucy. This is a very great evening to have all of us here. One thing you must know is that love is beautiful. Everybody is looking for that one thing. one thing that makes it all complete. Some people finds it in different places. You don't know where you're gonna find it. You don't know which one you let go that would have made you complete. But one thing I know that is sure is that we all need to be happy. We all need to be joyful. We all need peace of mind. We all need a family that has strong value, a family we cherish. God have got us. Agape love is like the combatant love. It is the one, the backup that God has given to humanity in order to check and balance every other aspect of life. And Jesus said, God is love. He said, it does not envy. It does not boast. It's not proud. It always protects, always truth. Along, it always perseveres. Now, what is it telling us? That the protective nature that we have is the God's love. If we can connect to that source, that will help us to check and balance whatsoever that we are doing. Because in it lies our security, in it lies our insecurity. So we must understand that, okay, look at 14th, okay, February is at the corner. A lot of hearts will be broken. A lot of hearts will be shattered, disappointment. I don't know how people are prepared to meet it. Maybe, I don't know the definition they have in their heart concerning that particular date. But one thing is sure, and I want to assure you that if it is less than that which God has given, then after 14th, many are going to cry. Many are going to be shattered. They are going to be disappointed. And I don't want your heart to go down the pits like some who doesn't have wisdom. And I know before 14th, this program will come either once or twice before then, because we have a lot to treat. We are still going to talk about the self-love. I want to give you some highlights of what we are going to be expecting. We are going to be talking about self-love. We are going to be talking about obsessive love, what the Greek calls mania. Mania. That is why when someone is fighting over a man, you understand that that person is under the forces of mania, obsession. Obsession. That is not love. That person is just being possessive, maybe because of material things or maybe because of self-dominion. Maybe
no, Pastor, so I need to save these topics. Please don't hit this topic. You need to save this topic. You need to save this topic. You need to save this topic.
So also we will be treating family law, because there is family law. Every society is built from the family. The smallest unit of the society is the family. And family law has a lot to do in influencing public behavior and attitudes. So let me leave you here as we come next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pastor Sam. Thank you so much. Pastor Sam is someone I have known. And we have been very close since my secondary school. He is this with my sibling, because okay, but we became close all the way secondary school. And again, when he talked about that agape love, that is what it is. For me, being with Pastor Sam is like being with my own biological brother. Even last December, last 2 Christmas, the previous we were there, Pastor Sam was there. Like is like biological brother, right? So those love, are they into existence? Yes, but we need to nurture them. We need to nurture them and come in genuity, come in trust, like come in everything without nothing in expectation. I don't expect anything from Pastor Sam. That is, what do you call it? That is not like, I don't expect any personal thing or need from Pastor Sam, and he does not from. Yet we share mighty things, right?
Thank you, Prince
Yes,
Lucy.
we are we a lot, like we are into so many, like this is something we say values. And these are the relationship that what we take to, until we join the Father eventually. It even continues where it starts, because just this December, my boss was there. And guess what? They are like, then they, no, it's still this way. When we respect boundaries, when we are genuine, when we are selfless, when we do the right things, like paying now to play later or play, those choices, you know, and in my own direct family, he's there, they are there, like this is it. And it's someone, no matter whatever you establish anything, you want to have him there, because such personalities are priceless. They are not. I always tell him, I say Nigeria doesn't suit you because your world of knowledge, unfortunately, I say there don't reward intellectual
Prince
properties.
Lucy, come and carry me away from here. Oh, I'm expecting that day.
I said, yeah, because yes, all Westerners people that know the value of intellectual property, and they reward it immensely. So, but anyways, so these are the stuff. So sometimes it's not about money, it's not about, there are many values, there are many things we pick from people, right? We embrace it, we run with it. It's not about money. Oh, this my friend, does he have this? Oh, how many account this? Oh, this, benefit. It's about benefit. It's about benefit. It's about benefit. Pastor Sam is someone you will be over something, will tell you, hey, no, hey, no, now, no. Contentment, and so on. And this is one of the people I cannot trade at any cost. Sometimes they see Jideku here can Kenya. These are the personalities. It's someone you can leave the home with, irrespective of who is there, without worrying. Leave that I call, pastor. He doesn't even like that the name, but he went to the pastoral school. He got his stuff and all of those, and actually been to pulpit and this. But he looked there, was like, this is not what is being practiced. In fact, it's from him that I learned the word building the bricks. Why souls are wasted. We are asked to go build souls, go rescue souls. Unfortunately, we get there, right? And it is opposite. We got busy with the bricks, building the mighty church. One of the churches, I went to one of the churches when we first moved in here. I got there. Too many busy things that my spirit couldn't concentrate. And I was like, it's so beautiful, and everybody SS is a lot. Even I didn't even know what gospel. I wasn't connected. The only difference is I left the home on the Sunday morning, came back. And that was like, okay. And then
people are
again,
wallowing in poverty.
And I felt that the same thing I was for the first time in my lifetime, for the first time. And then I have this one that I go, but the place is this: we have a plane, railway. So if you just miss the time, right, you will be there till church will. By the time you stay there 30 minutes, you just turn around. You see that? But that place is a small, this beautiful, but once you get there, is a place that if priest is preaching, you will see me one day. This priest was just firing on fire. Like, I now have to start looking. I didn't get any paper, changing bags. Then I have this gum. I have to pull my gum pack and start writing. Gum pack, like I start writing on it. when, like, until we know the values, until we know what these contents are, what is in the content, what our soul really, long for, and all of those. And all these things comes from what? Originality. First telling ourselves truth, first identifying with the truths, nurturing truths, and all of those. So many often he does. That's why you also saw him. He introduced his name as Mister. But they say to whom honor is due. To give honor to whom honor is due. He got it. This and there. Yeah, I do that, right? But he doesn't like it because he said no. He's this with that, and that's why I tell us. Say many often people in the pulpit are not actually the people being called. Not to talk of what is going on now. But however, may the good Lord continue to preserve you. May the good Lord, Pastor Sam, continue to empower you. May he continue
Amen.
to you, mightily. And may he use you indeed to make a difference, a huge one in the society, to his own glory and the happiness of mankind. So we thank everybody. And Pastor Sam, do you have anything to say? Or we just call it a day?
Yeah, you have said it all, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Love,
So,
like I said, is beautiful. Let's
oh
talk
yeah.
love. Let's
Let's
keep
talk
talking
love.
love.
Exactly. Let's talk love. So we are closing the program by our community song. Pastor Sam, I would have loved you to. There was some introductions you did to the community songs when that last 2 years. But anyway, maybe some other time. So we take it just briefly. I love Chris Lucci family, wonderful family, so closely
Love
into
very
one.
well.
Your
Yeah,
take
take
you
it
into
into
your hands,
your
and I'm
hands. I
so
am
glad
so
to
glad
be
to be. I'm
a
proud
part
of
of
the
this great
great fire. Praise
family.
Gucci will never die.
Oh
Oh
yes, we
yes,
will never
never die. Oh, our
die.
community will never die.
Oh
Oh
yes,
yes, will never die. I
amen.
say love will never die.
Yeah,
Oh
yes, love
yes,
will
will
never
never
die.
die. Our
Amen.
audience will never die. Oh
Oh, will
yes,
never
will
die.
never die. Oh yeah, we
Amen.
are one. We are one of the Father. We are joint hands with the Son. Amen. We are children of the
Okay.
kingdom. We are family. We are one. We are one family, lovely family, knitted
Okay.
together.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
So thank you all for your time. And from us to you all, have a wonderful weekend.
Have a restful night, wonderful weekend. Thank you.